What is up, guys? Welcome to Fix This Build That Sunday Night Live show. I'm Brad, and hopefully Susan will be joining me here shortly. But we have been doing a lot of work today, so I'm very tired. My back is hurting from several days of hauling a lot of stones around. We've been doing some outdoor landscaping, and just today we finished up a lot of the major part of it with the kind of construction, and then now we're going to dive into the bed. And I told you guys about that before, and we are definitely going to be using some new plants, but we've decided. So first of all, we figured out we have yew bushes, Y-E-W, and we're going to use those. We're going to keep those and cut them down, and then maybe add another one. Add some little ryepe, some flowers. It's going to be amazing. Some new mulch, but that's what we've been working on, and we've been making a lot of great progress, and I'm excited to share it with you guys. But I'm also excited with being able to welcome some new members to the Builders Club. Let me switch over so I can actually see it. All right, who do we have this week? We had Carter Newman, Melissa, Tom Ames, and William A. Kearney. Thank you so much, guys, for joining the Builders Club, and they now get access to early content as well as shout-outs in the live and in the main videos, and free plans at certain tiers. So if you'd like to support the channel, check out those rewards. You can go do that at fixthisbuildthat.com/Builders Club. And a huge thank you to all Builders Club folks who are here tonight. All right. Who do we have here tonight? I didn't even pop out my chat yet. Where's my little thing-a-ding-a-linger here? All right. Who do we have here? Let me see. I'm all mixed up. It's not. When I first loaded it, I'm a little late because when I first loaded in, it said, sorry, live stream is unavailable right now. So it was not letting me in at the beginning, but we're here now. And everything seems to be running a little slow, but it's working. Katie here early. What's up, Katie? We got Katie, we got Daniel, Alan, Creative Builds, Animation in the house. Let's see, who else we got? We got Will, we got James, Benji Gentry, who is actually Caleb. What's up, Caleb? Ryan Matthews. All right, what's up, guys? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Hope you guys are all having a great Sunday so far. It's pretty much over now. But if you're not having a good Sunday, make it a good rest of your Sunday. Maybe pop open a cold one, sit back, enjoy, or plan out next week. That's what I'm really bad at doing, is planning out my future weeks. So I need to do a better job at that. Coming in hot. Will is like, where are the beers of the week? Will, thank you much, my friend, for the super chat. I will definitely go grab some new beers of the week. We've been slacking. Honestly, we've been slacking. And so that will definitely spur me on to go get some new ones. So thank you. I'm gonna write this down just to make sure I remember. Yeah, I've just been, off my game. What can I do? All right, cool. So let's see here. Who do you have? All right, there we go. Big wheel. Whose birthday is it? Been a great weekend. Katie, it's your birthday. Awesome. Spending time at the pool, hanging out, having some beers and some I don't know what you're grilling, but something on the grill. That sounds amazing. Yeah, and it is harder to recover the older you get, Katie. So welcome. I'm assuming I'm probably older than you. Let's see here. Ryan got COVID and missed the last 2 streams. Oh, dang, Ryan. I hope you're feeling better, buddy. I know I haven't really been hearing too much about that going around. Alan asks about our daughter. Thank you so much, Alan. So our daughter broke her arm not yesterday, but the Saturday before that. So it's been about a week now, and she had her surgery a week ago today, and she's doing great. Actually, it's doing very well. The surgery went perfect, and she's in a full arm cast. So it goes up to kind of her upper part of her upper arm, all the way down, into her hand. So she's stuck in this little form, and so she's got her sling, and she's still got to sleep with it up. And I just bought I bought one of these things off Amazon that was like a waterproof cover for casts and for different stuff. And so it's like this It's really crazy. It's like all plastic. It's like if you've ever seen like one of those plastic phone cases. It's kind of like that plastic, a little bit less heavy duty, but one of those plastic phone cases for taking your phone in the water. And then, but at the top, it's got this plastic upper with this like neoprene in it, and then a little hole. The hole's only like that big, and then you stick your arm in there, and you know it's for kids, but you know she's got this huge cast on, so it's like it was like squeezing this thing through here. It reminded me, if you've ever seen that scene in Ace Ventura, I think it's Ace Ventura 2, where he's coming out of the rhino. That's what it reminded me of. But yeah, we're like squeezing this thing on here, and then it's like, so it was definitely watertight. But yeah, so she took her first bath with it on. Before that, she was like keeping it out. She was like all worried it was going to get wet. So she is doing well, Alan. Thank you so much for asking. She's just, you wouldn't even know it. She's a trooper, and she's just like living with the cast. She's all good, but she's going in for her follow-up tomorrow, so we'll see how that goes. Teresa, what's up? What's up? Welcome. Excuse me. Hey, Teresa, Brian Farnt in the house. How's it going, man? Let's see. I don't know, Katie. We'll have to swap numbers offline. I don't want to out you, you know. Katie, where are we at? Oh, I said we were going to do that. Let's do it. I'm going on. Katie, you can tell us what the official numbers are, and you're always good at that. But I'll tell you what the Home Depot prices are for the lumber that we talked about. So a couple different plywoods, and so I should get Home Depot to like sponsor this segment. I'm using the Pro Extra app. Pro Extra app is awesome. I know I said that before. I'll say it again. I really enjoy it. Okay, let's see here. We've got 2x4s. And I need to write it down so I can remember. I'm gonna write it down right here, so then I'll know for the next week. So 2x4s, $7.22 for a 8-foot 2x4. Currently, that's kind of our little standard on the 2x4 list, or on the dimensional lumber. And let's see here. That's weird. Oh, this is, oh gosh, holy cow. 1/4-inch birch plywood. I was like, wow, this is so cheap. 1/4-inch birch plywood is $46. Not cheap. And the 3/4 birch plywood, $83. That is a lot. That is a lot. So 3/4 birch, $83.78. I believe that has gone up since last week. I think it was like 82 or a little bit lower. And the maple is $87.98. So we're getting close to $90 here, folks. And the sand apply is $75. My gosh. All right, so there we go. Prices keep ticking up. So we'll see what happens. What on earth did I write here? Oh, birch and sanda. All right, I'll see if this piece of paper sticks around until next week. Maybe it will, maybe it won't. Travis Porter, what's up, buddy? What's up? We will get started now, Travis. We were all waiting on you. Let's see here. Ooh, your fur daughter just had both her knees done Friday. Ouch, Will. Is that, I assume, a dog? Did like cats ever get their knees done? Is that a thing? I always see I feel like I see dogs in like the what do you call it? Like the wheelchair? Not the wheel, like I don't know. It's like a dog wheelchair where like they put wheels on their back hips if they can't use their legs. I guess that's like a dog wheelchair, right? I don't think I've ever seen a cat in one of those. Do they make those for cats? Do cats not have that problem? I don't know. I have no idea. I've never had a dog or a cat for a pet, and definitely not one that needed a wheelchair. Let's hear, Katie. Closed at $1,040. Well, the prices are still up, Katie, so I guess it's just coming up. Heart of a Handyman, what's up, dude? Canada has the same prices, but the currency is less, so it's technically cheaper. But they make them in Canada. Yeah, well, all the wood is, most of that wood is going to always be cheaper in Canada because a lot of that is made and shipped, especially cedar. There's a lot of cedar that comes out of Canada. And then, there's obviously a lot of logging up in the north. So must be nice. James says it's 104 Canadian for maple. Yikes. Well, I don't know. Yeah, is that the conversion? Because it's, what did I say maple was? Maple was like 89 bucks. Is $89 equal 104 in Canadian? I don't know, man. Heart of a Handyman just bought a sawmill. Dude, that's awesome. I've wanted a sawmill for years and years and years now. And look who decided to join us. Mrs. Rodriguez. Howdy, partner.
Hi, I'm here.
She's got her TriStar shirt on.
That's right.
Bonus points for anybody watching who can identify. I mean, the shirt should be easy, but what
Hopefully.
the 3 stars represent.
I do know, as
gone
a
to
resident.
Elementary school in Tennessee, you
gosh.
likely know.
If you don't know, then you were not paying attention at all in elementary school.
That's right.
At least lately.
Well, what if they weren't in Tennessee?
Well, that's what I'm saying. If you're in Tennessee.
Hey, you didn't even bring water.
I know. I got out here and realized I didn't bring any beverages. I'm so out of practice because I feel like
you're
I've
never here at
missed...
the beginning anymore.
No, I know.
Everybody talks about you in the beginning, so they're
Sorry.
like, anything they have to talk about Susan, they do in the beginning.
They're like,
first 15
what
minutes.
kid is in the hospital? What's going on?
We did. We talked about that. Yeah.
What'd you say? Yeah, she's doing great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Will.
What a
Will
difference
just
a week
said
makes.
China has just bought all the Russian birch.
What?
Are you joking?
The Russian what? Birch?
Wait, does that mean that we're going to get it imported through China now? It'll probably be like twice as much.
Oh, gosh. Like the Baltic
You're really
birch?
concerned about this. Yeah.
I am. Well, you
You're
buy
like,
it all the time.
Well, I've not bought.
It just seems like that
luckily
could be a problem.
we've done most of what we've needed to do.
You say that.
I know.
But
I do think
we'll
a
still be
cabinet,
buying
a
some.
cabinet would fit nicely right in that little spot right
See?
there.
That's
You guys
how long
think?
it took,
I've been talking
folks.
about that.
About 10 seconds for him
Not
to
even
go,
a
oh,
cabinet.
actually.
Not a cabinet. I think actually maybe like open storage would be nice.
Open
there.
shelving.
Yeah, but I don't want to like ruin the look.
You can put a tile backsplash in too.
Some
kidding.
LEDs.
Yeah, exactly. No, yeah, that's crazy.
I don't know.
Yeah. How's everybody doing? I
Uh,
can't read the screen, so I'll
they're
rely
doing
on
great.
you.
They're doing great.
Good.
Ryan nailed it. He was like first in. He says East, Middle, and West. That
All
was
right. Yep, that's right.
They-
The
when
3
you-
regions.
It doesn't say it anymore, but used to, when you entered Tennessee, it said, welcome to the 3 states of Tennessee.
I did not know that.
I did. East, Middle,
The
and
3 states
West
of
Tennessee.
Tennessee.
Just because they're so different. They
They
are
are
very, very different.
distinctive, yeah.
Middle Tennessee is kind of the valley, Tennessee Valley. We're in
It's like
Tennessee
rolling hills.
Valley. East Tennessee is very mountainous.
Yes.
With the Smokies there.
Gatlinburg.
And then West Tennessee is more, it's more like flatlands. It's like, it does kind of step down. It's like East, Middle, and West Tennessee. It's more like Swampy River because you get the Mississippi River there on the west
very
side
humid.
of Tennessee. Very humid.
Really humid in the summer.
So there you go.
Yeah.
You can just in Tennessee you can get all different flavors.
And if you have to drive through the state of Tennessee,
How long is that? It's like 5.5 hours, I think. No, way more than
on
that.
a road
7.5.
trip, I feel bad for you because that takes
If
a
you
long
took 40,
time. We always just go up and down.
Somebody Google it. Somebody Google map it for me. If you went from, let's just say Memphis to like Kingsport. Kingsport, Tennessee's up there in the northeast, almost in the corner. Not totally, but it's pretty much well there.
It's pretty close.
Yeah, somebody map that. I think
Map
probably
it
like
for us,
7.5
please.
hours. I think is what it is.
I mean, you would.
Oh, Ryan cheated. He said I just Googled it.
That's all right. Use your resources, Ryan.
Toby says, when are you going to put your logo above the miter saw? And that is another option, Toby. That'd probably be better than another cabinet because I actually have empty space in a lot of these cabinets.
I think isn't it like a compulsion to just keep making cabinets?
It is.
You know,
It is. I just want to fill the whole place with cabinets.
Well, but I feel like with
No, I
all
don't
the
anymore.
boxes that we are constantly getting, which I'm like, Brad, what are all these things? And he's like, no, you don't need to know about that. I'm like, I mean, every day there are packages
I'm
coming.
addicted. Okay, I've been telling you guys, but
He
it's
really
gotten
is.
It's gotten worse. I didn't tell you about what I did. Was that in
It's
between?
like a
That
confessional time.
When was that?
What, honey?
When I went and picked up the thing. That was like Monday, I think.
I need descriptive words here.
My gosh, I've done all that in a week.
What thing? What thing?
The printer, the new printer.
What printer? Oh.
That was last weekend. Did I tell you guys about that?
When did he get his?
No, it was last weekend because
Yeah.
I don't
think
remember.
it was like Monday or Tuesday.
I am. Maybe we talked about this
They're
last week, and I have no
obsessed.
idea. But I am obsessed. I can't stop with the 3D printing. I bought another printer, and it was super cheap off Facebook Marketplace. I thought it was a Ender 3 version 2, which is the one my son got.
Right.
It was not. It was like this knockoff brand called Voxalab, but it's called an Akia. Not like Akia, but it's like Aquila. IKEA, that's how they say it.
Sure.
And I got it for $40 off of Marketplace.
Did you wind up telling him? How'd that work out?
Telling who?
Our son.
Yeah.
How much and everything.
He was like,
he had he had just paid a bunch of money for his, and then Brad found one.
And then
for
I found
$40.
one that's basically the same thing, except it like it needed some love and care. But I'm the guy to give it love and care, so it's okay. It's all good. So I printed like a bunch of stuff. Printed a bunch of upgrades for it, and I've been like, I just love 3D printing. It's so
Did you
fun.
tell them about?
So that's all the stuff that's coming. It's all upgrades. It's like new Bowden
It's like
tubes.
little. Yeah, like
New Bowden tubes and new fans. I've bought so many fans because I'm trying to get it's like super loud. So I've bought all these fans to make it quiet. Yeah. Fans and what else have I been buying?
LED screens, but that was before.
That was before. Those haven't been coming.
That doesn't count.
What else did I buy for that? Oh, like a touch mount, like a no touch, like a bed leveling sensor. Like it goes and it levels your bed for you. Springs for the bed levelers to help it keep tension.
Do you see how excited he's getting just talking about it? Oh my gosh.
I love upgrading machines. It is so fun. And everything's so cheap. An extruder for a new extruder and a new I bought one for the one and one for the other.
It sounds like you're going to like
filament.
No, it sounds like you're going to like take like an avocado and extrude like avocado oil out of it or something.
That's extract.
No.
Yes.
Yeah.
1000%.
Sure. Okay. Well, that's what I think of.
Extruding is when you take something large and squeeze it through something and it comes out smaller.
Yeah. I think you need to make yourself a little fancy version of these cabinets.
Yeah, I know.
For all your, you're not interested? That's
no,
not
I no.
Like for all of your little.
I'd rather upgrade 3D printer.
Okay. But no, did you tell them about our middle child's progress becoming an entrepreneur this week?
So part of the 3D printing.
I know you guys are riveted by this. Sorry.
Yeah, so he bought a 3D printer. He has made 5 sales. 4 sales. He's completed 4 transactions.
He's in the 5th grade, so 5th graders are his target market.
He's selling little 3D printed dragons.
They are the cutest things you've ever seen.
Little miniatures.
They're like that big.
And for $5 a pop at school, and he sold 4 of them.
You got a tip.
Two to 2 people. So 2 people bought 2.
Yeah.
And then the one kid gave him a tip. Yeah. So instead of 10, he gave him
$1.
He's like, here's an extra $1. And he's like, you give me 11. He's like, I know. Tip.
Who was the 5th one? Was it another kid?
And then the other kid wanted another one because he was going to give it to one of his friends.
So he's very excited.
So it's going very well.
That.
Yeah.
What
it's going very well. I'm saying it's a tip.
It's a tip. Yeah. So anyway, that's what's going on with us. Did you tell them about the project?
I did.
Okay. I missed so much.
You're not even here. All right,
I wasn't even that. Oh, I was kind of late.
I've just been yapping with you.
Yeah. It's going to be bad, by the way.
What's going to be bad?
One of our other children was looking up the weather report. We got to get it all done tomorrow.
Yeah, I know.
Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, all like rainy here. So we have been given like 5 or 6 days of gorgeous weather. So we really can't complain.
Dennis Amigo, what's up, dude? Oh my gosh, across Texas is 17 hours, Teresa says. She's
17,
like, I see
never mind.
7.5.
Never mind. It just, I think the thing about Tennessee.
Bristol. Look at that. I said it's about 7.5. Harvey Handyman said 7 hours and 29 minutes.
Wonderful. You were very close. That's about as close as you can get. Listen, the reason I say that about Tennessee is just because visually it's so skinny, you know.
Yes,
but Texas
it would probably,
is just
you could probably fit
big.
2 of them inside of. Obviously, you can if it's 17 hours. Well, I guess it depends upon.
I've never been to Texas.
The circuitous route that you take.
I would like to go to Texas.
I've been to Texas.
When did you go to Texas?
Many times. I went to Austin for.
It's defensive many times.
I went to Austin for STAFTA. We had.
Oh yeah, that's right. You did.
Kroger had the Dallas locations. I would go there.
Yeah.
So yeah, I've been to Dallas. I've been to Texas.
What's the best time of year?
I interviewed with Dell down in Texas.
You interviewed with Dell?
And then they ghosted me before ghosting was a thing.
What was this before?
Like when I went out of college.
Oh.
Yeah, when I was coming out of college, I interviewed with a guy.
They ghosted you?
They ghosted me. They flew me down. It's a great story actually. I'll tell it.
Would you like to hear the story?
I went down. I graduated mechanical engineering.
Yep.
And we're doing they're setting up interviews and stuff, and so I get an interview with Dell.
You're like, yeah.
And this is this is 2000.
Prime Dell days, right?
Early
there.
2000, yeah, prime.
Everyone has a PC, yeah.
Oh yeah, prime internet is young and thriving. Dell owns
still so
the
innocent.
market. Dell
Yeah.
is like the bomb. And so I'm like, yeah, I want to go work with Dell. And so they fly me down.
Were you like, they're flying me down?
Oh yeah, I was pretty
I
excited.
think any recent
I flew
college
down.
graduate would be pumped about that.
I was still in college.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Okay, continue. Sorry.
And so they flew me down. You put me up in like a hotel, whatever, obviously. And I go in and do the interview. I go through like the first one. It's like, whatever. I thought I was doing okay. Then I get to this like this guy's like comes in, and this dude is like, I don't remember. Like I really wish I had a better memory, but I don't remember what he looked like or anything. I just remember he was like, so like he's very like laid back. He's like, so what do you want to do? And I'm like, I don't freaking know. And like I don't know any of your jobs. Like, so I said,
What did you say?
I said, well, I'd like to. I was basically telling him I want to be troubleshooting. I said, I would love to. I'm like on the fly, just thinking like, oh gosh, I obviously didn't prepare. I didn't know what I was like. I just want to work for Dell. I'm like, I'm an engineer. What do you want? And so I was like, I want to work with computers. And I said,
a good safe
like
answer for
troubleshooting.
Dell.
I said, like when like say maybe like a case doesn't fit or something, and trying to figure out like to get it to work better. And this dude, like I don't know, he must have been having a bad day, or he just like revels in this. He was like, what do you mean? You mean like you think that we'll put something out there that, because I said something like, what if like the way I think I said it was like, if you sold something and then like it had to get fixed. And he was like, you think we like put stuff out there? So he was like a complete D. And I was like, yeah, like I don't know. Like he's like, that's not how it works. And I'm like, okay.
Like, well,
I'm a college kid.
don't know anything. Yeah.
And then so like I don't know what happened. Like we were just and I've never told you the story. And so at this point, I'm mad. I'm like, this guy is a jerk, and I'm like, screw this guy. And I'm also 18. So never mind, not 18. I was 21.
So not much better.
No, 20, I was probably actually
maybe
22.
like a little bit worse.
Yeah, I think I was 22. And so I'm like, I was 22.
Okay.
So he was like, he kept railing me. And he was finally like...
You were already co-oping at GE at the time.
Yes.
So you already kind of knew, like, you could get a good job there.
His line was, he's like, you need to talk to your dad and figure out what you want in life. And I deadpanned him and I said, my dad is dead. My dad is not dead. My dad's still alive today.
You tell your dad this?
No.
Oh my gosh, that's awesome.
I said,
well, it's also really sexist too, like to assume that your mom would have no input in this at all.
My dad is dead. And then he was like, we'll go talk to somebody. And I was like, I think we're done here. And so maybe that's why I didn't get a call back. But
how do we get on to this switch about sexist? Oh my gosh, I did not know that.
So there you go. That was my first trip to Texas.
I mean, I applaud that though. You were like, this guy's a jerk. What could I say that would take the most wind out of his sails?
I was pretty.
Get him with the dead dad.
I was pretty happy with myself at the time. I was like, I got that guy.
Jeez.
I mean, then they actually the next part of the interview they gave me they were literally giving me like thermodynamics problems, which I should know how to solve because I was a mechanical engineer and I took thermodynamics like 1 and 2 and probably more, fluid dynamics and all kinds of crazy stuff. Yeah. I had no idea. I'm like, it's like one of those things. Like, I had the concept. I'm like,
they were looking for like the goodwill
exactly.
of mechanical engineers.
Man, there ain't no point in my life where I'm going to have to solve this without a book next to me, or
True.
the internet wasn't.
Or
really
the internet, right?
Right. I was like, I need my TI-85 calculator, and I'll be good.
You didn't have a calculator with you?
No, I mean, an interview. I don't take a calculator to an interview.
But they didn't let you have a calculator to solve this problem?
They're like, yo, here.
I wonder if it was like but I wonder if it was like to see how you would handle that stress.
Oh, I'm sure. Probably.
Not that like somebody would actually answer the question. You were like, and I'm done.
Yeah.
Well, hey, that is a story I had never heard. It's always fun hearing stories when I think I've heard them all, and then there's the my dad is dead story.
Yeah.
I mean, effective.
I went with it.
Yeah.
Ryan's asking about lathe tools and chisels, and if I sharpen them. I do not, Ryan, because I use carbide tip. So I'm hitting the easy button, and the way I sharpen it is I rotate the carbide insert. I don't have, the only high-speed steel tool I have is my parting tool, and I've never sharpened that because that's just a.
It's when you say goodbye. What does it do?
Parting, parting is like cutting, basically. It's like when you separate the.
So
it's just like a
separating.
sharp. You just jab it in there.
To cut the thing off?
Yeah.
Oh, so that's parting. That makes sense.
Parting ways.
Parting ways with the lathe. I didn't know it was called that.
Oh yes. Let's see here. Where? Yeah.
By the way, when are you going to bust out your hard Mountain Dew? By the way.
I know. I mean, it's just like I
They've
told
been
them
sitting in the fridge for like a month.
I told them I don't feel like I should be slamming a hard Mountain Dew at 8:30 at night on a Sunday, especially not tonight because we gotta wake up early to. Finish off the stuff.
You'd be up until like 2.
I know. So
right.
I know.
He'd be out there working in the yard.
I know.
You have a light on.
Yes. Yeah. Adrian Kraft says every story is a great story. Brad tells it. Yes, because I'm like I got a great story for you. Like I don't tell bad story. Why would you tell a bad story? Some people think the stories I tell are bad, but
I don't think that's true. I like your stories.
Yeah. I got to get better. I need to be better. I want to be a better storyteller. I feel like I just like to really nail them, like,
Yeah.
I feel I you know how I am. I get lost in sometimes I get tangential.
Oh, I
want like
worse
the big
at that
payoff.
Than you
like
are.
My stories are pretty good. I want to have a story, at least one, where it's like you say it, you hit the punchline, and people are just belly laughing. Like that's my goal.
Yeah.
Like
you don't think you have any of those?
I do have some.
Do you just know?
They're not appropriate for this. They're not that they're inappropriate. They're not like.
I would love to know the rest of this sentence. They're not inappropriate, but they're not appropriate either. Are they personal?
Yes.
Okay. Well, that makes sense.
The personal. I have a couple.
To other people.
No, to me.
To you. But
They're
things that.
Both. Two of them. One you know
now
about.
I'm really intrigued.
One you know
when
about.
we get off the live, I'm going to hear all
you
these
know about
stories.
both of them.
Okay.
You're the cause of one of them. They're both medical procedure stories.
Medical procedure stories?
Yes. There's a reason we only have 3 kids.
Oh.
Ah, yes.
You have a great story about that?
Oh, yeah. Well, it's good for guys. Like, it wouldn't be good for you. You'd be like, okay. So it's again, it's like a guy story.
Okay. It's a great story.
They can relate. And then I probably never even told you because
probably
you wouldn't
not.
get it.
I probably had a baby at home at the time, and I was like, I don't care.
And then the other one was where the girl slipped her number in my.
Oh gosh, yeah. That was great. That is a good story.
Yeah, but they're both like very, very personal medical procedures. I think which makes it funny is like when you're talking about, people are already like.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That one was it was a colonoscopy.
I don't think I have any great funny stories.
I can give you some.
I don't know. Like it's not something I've ever really sat around thinking about. No, probably not. But I don't have a goal of being an amazing storyteller. That'd be awesome. Yeah. But I can see that being more something that you'd be interested in.
It is. Let's hear Caleb. Caleb's like, whoa, guys, slow down.
I know.
How about some tips on sharpening chisels?
He's like,
Caleb,
let's talk about woodworking. How's that?
I do have some tips for sharpening chisels.
It's like a chisel night. Is this the same person or a new person talking about chisels?
This is the young man that we talked to from Woodcraft. I mean, I talked to him.
Oh, hey, Caleb. But did he ask a question earlier about chisels?
No, somebody else.
That was wood turning.
That was wood turning.
No, but there was a chisel question.
There was a chisel question.
Where's catching up?
Oh, get one of these, Caleb. I thought I was going to be able to open it.
Of course, Caleb, the running joke is that like almost everything Brad wants to show on the live is within arm's reach, which is good because we have the cord. Oh, maybe it's not.
I just have to switch over to the other drawer.
He's just hunting.
Get one of these little, dang it, where is it?
What is it?
You can see how often I use it.
This is for sharpening chisels?
It is for sharpening chisels.
Okay.
It's a little jig.
Of course.
Where on earth did I put that? I don't know. So it's a little jig. There's a little, it's like a chisel sharpening jig or something, but it's got rollers on the bottom, and then it's got a little clamp that you put your chisel in there, and you set it at whatever angle you want. And there's like different ways to set it. So depending upon how far back you do the chisel, would be the different angle. And so like, if you set it back really far, that would be a really steep angle. If you set it down, really far up, that would be a really shallow angle. I don't know how all that, whatever, like read the instructions.
It would make sense if you see it, I think.
Yeah, I think it
How
would.
much is this and where can you get it?
It's super cheap. They're super cheap.
That's the best kind of thing.
I don't know why I
and
just
it's
opened
like
this
simple.
again. Because
I assume it's small.
it is.
Which is why he can't find
man,
it.
I really wish I.
It's going to bother him
here's the other one. I know, I'll find it right. But I have one. This is the same idea right here. So this is a honing jig from Veritas. Let me get it out of the light. And so the chisel just kind of goes in between there. But this is like a super fancy kind. You don't need this fancy one. Get one of those. And then I did the Scary Sharp method for a long time. Scary Sharp. It's just sandpaper. So you get sandpaper. And actually, I have it right down here. I'm just going to start pulling stuff out just to make Susan laugh. But it's right here. I've never even, have I dug much stuff out of this little?
I don't know.
hiding
Usually
hole?
there's like weird things down in there.
Oh, there
Things
is.
that have fallen.
This is super
Oh
dusty.
my gosh.
Check this
What
out.
is this?
So this is a little
And where did this tile
slate
come
tile from Home Depot. Not sponsored.
from? I thought maybe it was like leftover from a
And
project.
so this is like really.
This is very dusty.
So these are like different. They're diamond sandpaper. Diamond. So this is
feel it?
I feel it. It's like super.
Oh.
So this is 15 micron, 3 micron, half a micron,
Whoa.
and a tenth of a micron. So this doesn't even this feels just like you can't even tell there's anything there.
No.
But you go through so this would be for just honing. But this is a great way to use the Scary Sharp method. So you get that little you get the chisel and then you put it in here, and then you just you do it from that side, obviously.
You have to make the sound effects.
You have to make Actually, I use this. What I use this most for now is for my card scraper. So this is how.
Sharpen your card scraper?
Oh yeah, you can't
I
just.
didn't know that.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, you have an actual card scraper. When I think of a card scraper, this is kind of not very official. I think of the days when I used to bust out a store gift card and actually try to use that to this is not the card scraper for woodworkers.
That is not the card scraper we're talking about.
No.
A honing guide. Thank you, Creative Builds. That
Honing
is
guide.
exactly what I believe that would be called, a honing guide. So I think those little ones are maybe between 15 and 20 bucks, and you can get them and use the sandpaper, and it'd be great. And just search YouTube for Scary Sharp. I'm sure you'll find some great stuff.
All right.
There you go. Broken Heart Gaming said he still thinks I have a pretty wife. So he still thinks.
Well, thanks. I appreciate that. I am.
Let us know when you don't anymore.
Or just don't. I don't need to know that. That's okay. I'll just go on believing.
Yes.
It's all good.
Don't stop believing. Grabs is now. Yeah, maybe we'll have to have a live just for the guys where I can tell my surgery stories. But
I really want to hear that one.
I'll tell it to you.
Was it that the guy was a jerk?
No.
No.
No, that one.
Never mind.
He was old.
He was old.
Very old.
Anyway, I don't remember that story.
Yeah, I actually have another one. I don't tell that one very often either. That one is also with a medical procedure. It's like.
What is up with you and the medical procedures?
They're funny. I mean, if you're ever having anything medically done.
I have had medical things done. I don't
below
have
the waist. It's funny.
Below the waist. Okay, no.
It's just it sets
I gave
itself up
birth.
for interesting things to happen. And
I mean, nothing too exciting other than having a kid. Yeah.
Nothing scandalous. It's
No.
all just medical procedures. But
That's funny. Yeah, no, I don't know.
People just find it funny because it's.
You need some other stories because that's
I
not the type of
I know.
story you
I don't
can
ever
tell
them.
in a mixed crowd.
I know. I don't ever tell them unless I'm out with the boys.
When are you out with the boys?
Exactly.
I thought you meant our boys. I'm like, no.
Toby says, any collaborations in the future? Ooh, that's a good question.
That's a great question.
I don't have any on the docket, but
Let's talk it.
I've reached out to a couple 3D printing guys, and not big guys, small guys, very small guys. Their
If
channel.
they're watching this, then they're gonna feel.
If either of you guys are watching this,
we love you.
DM me,
DM
and we'll just do a collab. I'll just lock it in.
What do you want to do?
I mean, I haven't talked to them about doing a collab. I've just been reaching out and just talking to them, talking about 3D printing. Both of the guys I'm thinking about have under 5,000 subscribers.
Okay.
But I love their stuff. It's great. I've learned a lot from them. So anyway, maybe somebody in the 3D printing, maybe partnering up with somebody and doing some really cool something or another with 3D printing. I have no idea. I mean, that kind of excites me. obviously, from what I was telling you guys earlier, and then from like people in our space. There's a couple guys I've been talking with recently. I'm like, I got my Matter Hacker shirt on. It's 3D printing. But haven't planned anything out. And again, I've just been talking to a few new guys, not new. They both have fairly established channels. I just haven't talked to them before. So I have been talking to some new folks and some new opportunities. I've collabed with several of my friends already. Not that we can't do more. Probably the one collab I would say that will likely happen at some point. I'll just leave it at that. At some point, I was gonna say in the next year or whatever, would be with Johnny Brook from Crafted. He's a good buddy of mine, and we were just out there, but it was with the family, and we just hung out. We didn't build anything.
Yep.
But I would love to go back there. He's finishing up his tiny house. But he's also working on his new shop. If you guys haven't seen that and you want to see a cool shop build, go check that out. There, he's working with the Perkins brothers, who they have a big YouTube channel. Johnny's he's in like the hotbed of, he collabs. He
knows everybody.
I know.
I feel like.
I know. I'm like, where do you get like Seth's Bike Hacks? He's good friends with him. Yeah. He's good friends with the Perkins brothers.
He's in Asheville, right?
He's in Asheville,
yeah.
And
we could live
One
in
Track
Asheville,
Sampler.
Right? Let's just move.
There was another mountain biker.
Yeah.
And then there were some other guys. I can't remember their names. They were like.
I don't know.
They started off like doing like slime or something. That's how they got tons of Threadbangers. He did some stuff with them a few years ago. But yeah, he's like.
That's so cool.
Yeah. So anyway, I have no idea. If you guys know anybody in the Nashville area, I was thinking about that the other day. I need to like find other people in the Nashville area that are YouTubers.
Meetup. But yes,
I'm talking like outside of woodworking.
Right. Yeah.
Because
yeah.
like so, I would love to if there were like
people.
some builders, like that'd be amazing. So if we ever did have a shop or something to like. Do what Johnny's doing basically. Like I love what Johnny's doing. He's doing that collab with those guys, and it's really cool. And like, what's his face did Demolition Ranch when he did with Matt Reisinger, who is like a home builder guy. I think that's really cool. Like if you can get somebody to come in and use their specialties for the part of the project, if it's building a house or whatever is an easy one. Mm-hmm. But yeah. Let's hear. Dennis says he has 4 kids in 4 decades, 70s, 80s, 90s, and 2000s. My goodness,
wow.
Dennis. That's yeah. We went the exact opposite way, Dennis. We had 3 kids in 3 years.
3.5 years, yeah.
And called it quits.
Then we were like, and we're done. Yes.
Yes. All right. I wonder what the kids get for story time. I should tell the kids stories.
I was just thinking about how we don't like do books at bedtime or anything anymore.
We don't. We used to. We do TV shows now. We're all into this. If you guys don't watch Kid Danger, is that the name of it?
Henry Danger?
Henry Danger.
Kid Danger?
Henry Danger.
Henry Danger. It's on Nickelodeon. Our kids got us sucked into it.
Like the humor's right up my alley.
Yeah.
It is just pure
it's
like
so
8th
funny.
grade slapstick.
Yeah.
Just so stupid, but so funny.
They're like, yeah, they're...
The guy's, the hero's name's Captain Man, so... Captain Man.
Yeah, no, it's like that.
I would highly recommend that. So we watched that with
most of the shows that they watch. We were just like tuning out.
Yeah,
we're like
these
not
are
interested. But that
one
we actually find really funny.
Watch
so
it as a family.
We do a lot of games together with the kids and movies and TV and stuff like that.
Yes.
But we don't read stories or tell stories.
Teresa says, when to visit Texas, spring and fall.
Okay, that's what I was wondering.
Good weather in the spring and then nice cool low humidities and festivals in the fall.
I've heard Texas in the summer is
brutal,
very hot.
You don't want to go to Texas.
So
in the
not
summer.
thinking about that, no. Yeah. But I would love to go. I don't know, spring or fall. Tennessee is not. We're still okay in the summer. Like come on up to Tennessee, Teresa, because it's not too bad up here. But this weather lately, I'm sure it's probably been the same way down there. It has been absolutely gorgeous outside.
It has been.
We're having like a really pretty spring, and our falls are beautiful too. Yep, but
the video looks great. I should just have it
me.
on that automatic.
I'm sorry.
I have it on. I left it on the automatic settings.
Oh, well, look
at
you.
Really good.
It does look good.
Caleb was asking, "What is a card scraper?"
Oh
Caleb,
yeah.
This is a card scraper.
That's it.
And it's literally just a piece of metal. And this one, and they do them. So this is Bahco, Bahco, and this one is. I think they do a lot of these in millimeters. So this one's a.
Got a phone number on it. Or no? What is that? I can't quite see it. It does. Does it not?
No, it does not. I might have to change the title on there. It's got a phone number on it. It does look. Get out of here! Stop it.
It looks like a phone number.
I know it does. I know it does. I know it does. I'm not.
I guess it's a serial number or something. I don't know.
No.
What is it?
Hold on. It does not have a phone number on it, but that's what I was just going to say. The way that they are referred to a lot of times is in the millimeters. So this one is a 474-150-080, which
looks like a phone number.
You're missing the fourth digit at the end.
Well, but
the
it's
last
really
digit,
hard
but
to read. It's shiny. It's faded.
So it's 150 millimeters wide, and then 80 millimeters. 80 millimeters wide. Actually, that might be. No, see, it's not. It's 62. So it's the 150. The 80 is the 0.08, I believe. Yeah. Right. So it's 0.08. I don't know, or 0.8. Sorry, not 0.08.
Could I see the calipers, please? Brad's most loved tool in the shop.
So this, you can get them in different sizes. This one's a 0.8 millimeter. You can get them in 0.6, which would be a little bit more flexible. You can go up, you can go down, whatever.
I'm gonna measure.
Susan's gonna measure her phone case.
I mean, you always look like you have the best time.
I do. I don't know what the 474 stands for, but the 150 is the.
Oh, it doesn't. Oh, it does fit.
Is the width of it. So you can get them in different sizes, super cheap because it's just a little piece of metal. And then what you have to do is you do have to put a burr on them, and so it's not really sharpening.
Put a burr on them.
Yeah. So run your fingernail across there.
I don't want to. That sounds
just do
horrible.
it. No, it's not bad. Your fingernail.
I didn't want to. Okay. Got it.
Do it right here.
I did. I got it.
No, do it right
there was a little bit of a thing there.
Yeah, that's called the burr. So there's a little bit of a burr, and that's what so it's like a hook. The burr, it's like a hook.
You're out of control. A burr and a hook.
A burr is a hook. So it's literally like, so what the way that you.
This is more than I've ever known about a card scraper.
Oh gosh, I'm so excited right now.
I mean, look at this tool. It is literally a piece of metal.
It's a piece of metal.
We have measured it, and now we are going to do a diagram of the profile. Thorough, people. We are thorough. What? Use a Post-it underneath the Post-it.
I didn't want to do that.
Why?
I don't know.
Okay.
Because then I tell you. So when you start out, you have when you're if for any of you folks who don't know, when you're starting out with a card scraper, it kind of looks like this. There you go. So it's just square, right? It doesn't have anything on it. And then what you do is first you I forget what they actually call it, but first you basically flatten it. So you.
They tell you to do all these things?
Yeah.
Oh.
You
Okay. It's made in Sweden.
You do. So you kind of push it out and it extends it. You kind of like lengthen. I misdrew this. You kind of like push it out to the sides, and so you're kind of like pulling the metal up, and then you're like squishing it down. So it's like you're just kind of squishing down a top on it. And again, this is all not microscopic, but very small. And then after you kind of pull the metal out by like having the way you do it here. I'll just show you. So it's like this. If you're doing I don't remember if it's called stropping or whatever, but you get something that's like hardened steel, something that's harder than this. A lot of people use like the shaft of a screwdriver, but those aren't great because they're typically very similar. If you have I have a carbide. Actually, that's that little thing. That's the little thing that you were like that you didn't know. Oh, here it is. I had it in the thing.
We've come full circle.
We have. This is the honing guide.
And it was,
Caleb,
honey,
hush,
it was
shh,
in.
Shh. It's okay.
It was in an organized drawer.
It was in an organized drawer.
It has a little foam place
I'm not used to
that
yet. This thing is awesome, by the way. This is I don't know if you can buy it anymore. It's an Arno.
Caleb's wish list is growing. Oh, is it the same company?
This is made in France. No.
Oh no.
This is France.
Look at your high quality tools.
I know, and it's got little carbide pieces on here. This one's rounded, so if you guys have card scrapers, this thing is amazing.
I'm sorry. Is this just for card scraper purposes?
Yeah, it actually is, and because it's got the angle on it already. So this one's rounded, and this one's got a knife edge on it, like a triangular hard edge. Mm-hmm. And so what you do is you start off with the rounded edge, and you you do it, and so you typically would hold it at an angle, but this one's already angled for you, so you just hold it straight.
Smell weird?
You go, and that pulls the metal out, and then you go down at the top. Whoa, that was weird. And then you go down the top, and you kind of pull it back. So you're like putting the metal out, and then you're pulling it back, and then that is what creates the burr.
So you have to make your own burr?
Yeah, for sure.
But then, like, as you're using it, do you then have to go back and, like, recreate the burr?
Oh, yeah. The burr only lasts for so long.
What?
Yeah, and so then you would file the whole thing down to get it flat.
In theory,
and then
you could use this sucker up.
In theory, you could, yes.
It would take
but I mean, these are like so
years.
small burrs.
Yeah, it'd take a long time.
But anyway, yeah, that's how you do it.
Wow.
So if any of that made sense, I just kind of went off the deep end there.
I had no idea. I thought the card scraper was just...
Yeah, that little Arno, a little Arno, I don't know what they call it. It's probably like a burnisher. That's what it was, a burnisher.
A burnisher.
Yeah, an Arno burnisher. Check that out.
That's what that thing's called?
I had to like mail order it or something. I bought it a decade ago.
Yep.
But yes, that's what it's called. Sorry. All right, let me come back. Let's see, your creative builds. You have more 3D printing guys in Manitoba than you do woodworkers. That's interesting. Can't find tools. What? Can't find many tools or workers. It's a dying trade. Oh, gotcha. Turning 16 wants to launch a company at the end of May. Dude, that's awesome. Creative builds. I didn't realize you were that young, but that's fantastic. Heart of a Handyman. Have a good time, buddy. See you later.
Bye.
Let's hear Crash by Cunningham. Missed the beginning. Met my stepson at 7. He's now 17 and calls me dad. Dude, that is fantastic. I love
wonderful.
That. That is awesome. By the way, do we know? I don't know what the name of the song is. That one song.
Oh, makes me cry every time.
If you want to cry your face off,
Google it.
Crash by Cunningham.
He's probably heard it. Maybe not. I don't know.
It's a country song. So.
How does it? What's the chorus? Oh.
He's not
my son. He's my boy.
Something like that.
He's not my blood. It's not because it is his son. He's not my blood. I know. As I'm saying, I said it wrong.
Yes.
He's not my blood, but he's my boy.
But he's my
I think.
boy. Is that it?
I think.
Who's it by?
Elvis Shane.
No.
Yeah.
That's not it.
Yeah.
Really?
And that ain't never gonna change. I could never walk away. That's the song.
Okay. Yeah, it is.
LV Shane.
LV Shane.
LV Shane.
All right, I'm going to type this in your.
But it's a good song.
You and your son should listen to this. If you all just want to
if you just
share a
feel
good
like,
cry.
Or maybe just I don't know. It's so good. It's a really good. I mean, we were doing the puzzle at Christmas. The puzzle is still on our dining room table. We have not finished it, and we were listening to music, puzzling, and this song comes on, and I was not prepared. And I was crying. It's really good.
Elver Shane. Elver or
it says LV. ELVIE. LV Shane. I've never heard of him, but
go check that out.
Good voice.
I think you'll enjoy it. I enjoy it, and I don't even have a stepson. But.
No.
Teresa, good night.
Good night, Teresa.
Creator build-off, like the Pike build-off shows. Well, I would never do that because I would be horrible. Totally horrible. I won't say never, but I have no intentions of ever.
It's not something that
entering
would fill you with excitement.
No, because build, that's just not my style. I do not work fast. I don't. I like to sit. I like to ponder.
Think.
I like to think.
Yeah.
And then execute, and then make lots of mistakes and stare longer. So I'm not built for speed. I am built for thought.
My favorite though was like Brad was like, I think we can get the retaining wall done in 2 days, and I was like, really? Like, I mean, so many titles, honey.
I know.
I didn't want to burst your bubble in the moment, but I was like, there's no way, like start to finish that was going to happen in 2 days, and it hasn't. But it looks beautiful.
If you added up the hours, it's more like
true.
It's not been.
It's been a while.
It's probably been. When I say man hours, I'm going to say just us combined is 1 hour because you're
1 hour of what?
you're doing more of the shooting than the. I'm just saying, like,
I'm
of
not
the,
doing
of the
any of
building.
the moving.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
You think it took you 1 hour?
No. I'm just saying, like, when I was going to say, like, man hours, but that doesn't mean you and I combined. So if you say man hours, typically 2 people working for 1 hour is 2 man hours.
Oh, yeah. No, just one person. Because I have not done any
I would
of
say
the
we're
manual
probably
labor.
20 hours in.
Yeah, probably. And that's the thing, like.
Which is like 2 days. 2 full days.
Okay.
And we're done.
I would
with the
agree
wall.
then. Yes, and it looks wonderful. And there were a lot of things to think about. There were a lot of things that if we had just if we had just been like, let's just throw it in there and see what happens, it would not look at all the way it looks like right now.
Yeah.
So that's good.
There you go. Pat says that Taylor Tools has the Arno burnisher for $40. There you go.
Oh, well, there
Not-
you go.
not
You don't
cheap.
have to
It was
mail
not,
order it away.
And it even came with this cool little pouch, which here's the thing right here.
What thing?
This is like what came with it. It came in this little leather pouch.
Oh.
Except what I say, it's from France. Like, I think I legit
Oh, the
bought
stick
it.
thing.
Look at this. You know that I bought this a decade ago when you see this. Like the photocopied instructions.
Wow, that does bring back memories.
You know, like
You
this
know, when
is,
you were in school.
This is what came
I
in it.
remember in elementary
It's
school.
called the Carbur 2.
Carbur 2.
Carbur 2.
Yeah. Do you remember in elementary school?
This is so good.
When your worksheets were mimeographed, when they had that little purple. We sound ancient, but like
Stop
when it
while
was
you're at it.
like, huh?
Stop where you're at.
What?
I'm just kidding.
I remember that
Carbur
like
2.
like
This
it was
is
like
how old this
slightly
thing is.
purple to the page.
Oh, yes.
You know what I mean? Yeah.
I do know
It's
what
like
you
the
mean.
mimeograph or something. I don't even know how you use that, but
I don't either. I think you're.
I'm pretty sure that's right.
It might be. It might be.
I'm gonna go with yes.
Let's see. Caleb, is a saw stop a good table saw?
Yes.
It's an amazing table saw.
It's an expensive table
It
saw,
is
but
one
it's
of the most
really
expensive
good.
saws you can buy because it is the only one with the flesh detection technology.
In the States, right?
No,
Don't they have them
that's-
in? I thought you said there was one in Europe, some brand in Europe that people can use that's not saw stop.
I don't
Help
know
me
about
out here,
that.
people.
Well, patents don't. don't.
Like
don't
I
think you
thought
can get
in other parts of
international-
the world
you
they
can't buy
can get
it.
other ones.
I don't know about that. I don't think so. I've never seen any. Hey, you're stabbing me with that thing. Please
Sorry.
stop. Here, let go of the calipers. Get out of here. Messing with
I
my
was
calipers.
pretty sure that was accurate. Maybe I dreamed that
I
up.
don't think so. I think you're crazy. Caleb, no, I would not use a shop vac for the table saw. That's not going to be able to keep up with it. You need a 4-inch hose with a 1.5 horsepower dust collector minimum. I would think. Well, I mean, you could get away with like a 3/4 horsepower, like one of those smaller ones potentially. If you went like that's the only thing you just did it direct, like. But yeah. Creative, I've not busted any cartridges except I've never triggered my saw stop except for when I was buying it. That's another story. Yeah, when I was buying it, it's a stupid story. When I was buying it, I had no idea what I was doing because I'd never used one before. I was very familiar with table saws, but not the saw stop.
And he bought it used.
And it was used. It was in really bad shape. I went in. Unfortunately, this woman's husband had passed away, and he had a cabinet shop which he was doing out of his garage. It was larger, and then they downsized, and he was working out of his garage when he passed away. Not while doing that, but
Right.
anyway, and it sat there for like 2 years, and it had been not
Used.
treated nicely.
Yeah.
And so I was looking at it, and it was like all kinds of stuff going on with it, and I'm like, oh, okay. And then I turned it on, and like I heard it was like banging and clanging. I was like, And so I turned it off, and I hear it's like going down, zzz, and then I hear tink, and I was like, I wonder what that was. And I go to like touch the table saw, the blade wouldn't move, and I was like, it was still there. That was the weirdest thing. It was still upright. It didn't drop, and so I was like, that's weird. And I like pulled the throat plate off, and I looked down in there, and the blade the cartridge had gone off.
Why?
Exactly. And what I realized later was that, because I still didn't really, I was kind of figured it out there, but There's a riving knife lock. So if any of your table saws have a lock for the riving knife, I don't know what other ones look like because I've never used other ones. The SawStop has one that's like a big handle, and you push it down to lock it, and you have it up. And if you have it up, it kind of like wobbles around because it's not locked. And so this one, it was up. And so the whole blade guard was like wobbling around. That's what I heard. The like, and somehow it must have as it was spinning down, part of that metal hit the blade and fired it off. But literally the table, like I could almost see the teeth, like, because it was like, and it was like, it was really quiet. It was really weird. Because like whenever I've seen SawStops go off and get activated, it's like really loud. Because like pow, and the thing drops down. So I don't know if it was a malfunction or what, but anyway, that happened, and I was like, oh, I think I just fired off your blade.
So what do you have to do if you fire off?
And it wasn't even like it didn't even embed into the teeth or anything. And so I had to lower it down to get it off of the teeth, and I pulled the blade off, and she had an extra cartridge. I ended up buying it. I didn't buy it that night. I ended up buying it later. I was like, oh my gosh, because I just turn it on, turn it off. I didn't like throw my hand in there or anything. But yeah, typically you'd have to replace the whole blade, and so I had to get a new cartridge. Mm-hmm. But that's the only time that I've ever set it off was when I was shopping for it. And it was like probably the weakest SawStop set off in the history of all SawStop activations.
It's okay.
Yeah. So yeah, I need to
set off your SawStop?
No, I need to I'd probably turn that into a really good story.
There is a really good story connected to that you don't ever tell.
I know. That's true.
Because it's.
I made a cutting board for the woman.
He's gonna bury the lead. I mean, like the guy
wood.
had passed. Brad went up there, checked out the saw the first night, spent like an hour there, like cleaning it up for her, trying to explain to her, like, oh, like the value of it, because she was probably undervaluing it too, I think, if I remember correctly, because it was really dirty and everything, and was trying to clean it up for her because he was at that time. Like, you weren't even really doing a whole lot of woodworking at that time. We had just moved down here. I mean, you had
right.
you were getting back into it. Yeah. He had been doing it. We had 3 kids. And so that was like kind of like a diversion for a while. Anyway, so he right. So he helped clean it up. He cleaned it up for her and spent all this time thinking she would sell it to somebody else and be able to like get more money for it. And then he came home, and I guess you set the SawStop off that night.
Yes.
And then you came home, and he's like kept talking about it. And then I was like, well, just go buy it. Like,
and so I bought it.
Go buy it. So he went back and he
bought
it. Yeah.
I will finish the story.
You can finish the story.
When I bought it, she gave me a bunch. She was like, do you want any of this wood? And it was like walnut and cherry. Actually, I still have some of it up there. Some walnut and cherry, like offcuts and stuff. It wasn't anything like crazy. And I was like, oh, I'd love that. That'd be amazing. Thank you so much. And because I didn't think she could like really get a lot of money for it or anything, because it was like a lot of shorts. But anyway, and so I made a cutting board for her out of the wood from
her husband's
shop on her husband's table saw, and gave it to her, and
she cried.
She did cry.
It was very sweet.
It was very sweet.
Yeah.
And that was it.
And that's the whole story. It was just very nice.
Yes.
Yep. And it's been a great table saw.
Yeah. Yep. Caleb, you could actually absolutely use a jet dust collector. So.
Yeah.
Awesome. And the T-Glide is just the fence. The fence, Caleb. Awesome, guys. Well, I'll tell you what, we are going to get going now. It's 9:30. And thank you so much for hanging out with us. I hope you guys have an awesome week. We are going to be wrapping up that front yard project.
We're going to be racing
not exactly
against
sure
the weather
when it's going to go out, but you'll know when I know. So, well, you'll know after I know, but you'll see it when you see it. So have a great week. Get out there, build something awesome, and we will see you guys next Sunday. All right, see you guys.
Bye.